Right, so before I begin, I know all of you guys are asking, where are the cars? But before I get into that, I would like to just take you guys on a bit of a journey of how this all started and explain why I'm about to do what I'm about to do. So I believe in 2020 when I first started with the M4, it was a car that was sitting in the garage because I bought it in 2019 and then COVID hit. So the car just sat in the garage, and I used to see all these videos of TikToks and stuff. They were just putting sounds above, normal videos. So for me, I believe the first video that actually went viral was me pressing the key and boom, Mustang sound. It wasn't even the actual sound of the car. I believe the car was stock at the time. So it just didn't look its part. And from there onwards, I started putting stickers on. I think I gained about 30,000 followers after I did the livery. And that was the livery that took me 3 months to design, by the way. So it was all just stuff which I did as a hobby. I never planned for it to become a full-time job. I never planned to become a social media influencer. And I was basically doing TikTok and stuff while I was pursuing my law degree at the time because everything was online. I was literally just at home with nothing to do. So it was something which I would say is very God-sent, and of course I could never have achieved all of this without you guys. And you guys have done so much by supporting, by believing the vision that I always had. And it's nice to say that that vision is about to come to life. So honestly, without further ado, let me announce where I'm at and we'll proceed with the rest. So the thing that actually worried me the most was that you guys actually believed that I would sell the 3 main cars on the channel. You guys know I would never sell the E46, the R34 and the M4. However, I did move them and they will no longer be at my house after this. And this is the reason why. So here we have the R34, E46, the M4, and a lot of other cars actually. So you guys are probably wondering, what the hell is this place? Now before I get into the rest of the video and explain what exactly this place is supposed to be, now I know that we as car enthusiasts, we don't actually have a place to go to without being disturbed by people, where we can do whatever we want and actually just enjoy our cars and meet a bunch of people and share our love for cars. So essentially this is going to be that place. It's not just going to be my garage. It's not going to be just a place where I work on my cars. The place is huge, so when I show you, give you guys a tour, you'll understand the whole concept as to what I'm actually about to do. So it's just my way of actually saying thanks to all of you guys who have supported the channel and given me the opportunity to do what I love. Yeah. So as I showed just now, this will be the garage. Okay. I know we as Malaysians, we like to give our work to mechanics to do, and the rest of the world actually likes to work on their own cars. So I'm actually going to start learning how to build cars after this. The first project will be the E46. This is why the E46 engine has actually been delayed. So there's actually 5 jacks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now these are the smaller jacks, the ones that go from underneath, and then we have 2 big ones here. So the plan after this would be to actually work on my own cars, start building them myself, because I feel like there's no point I just keep relying on people to do it for me when there's so much more to it. And actually I'm someone who actually wants to learn how to build these cars. I don't have experience yet. You guys know I've only done interior work, so this whole car, stripped it apart, I painted it. That car, stripped it apart as well. Apart from that, I've never done any mechanical work. But end of the day, what's so hard about it, right? If I see how it's taken off, I'm sure I can put it back on. If not, it's exciting content for you guys. So that's what's going to be happening here. Now the rest of the place is going to be like this. So this place is 13,000 square feet. This will be a cafe. So I'll start this. This will essentially be called 9 fueled by coffee, basically. This will, thanks. This will be, I'll be doing wrapping and PPF in this bay, which is why I teased you guys with 9 labs. Now this section here, these cars are just parked here for the time being, but I will be hosting daily car meets actually. So you guys can come in here, you guys can park all around this place, and you know, no one can disturb us. Now we have the inside section. So I have a pool table for you guys, drinks and stuff, small drinks will be here. This is the receptionist counter. This table, everything will be going upstairs to my office, which will be up that side. And I'll be having a shop, everything over here. So the whole concept with this place actually is for you guys to come over, park your cars, you know, share your love for cars with other enthusiasts without having to be disturbed, without having to be like, okay, you know what, we can have an event here, but we'll have to get approval, we'll have to do this, we'll have to do that. So this is just my way of saying everyone can come over without having to worry about, you know, what might happen, whether this guy will start revving, whether that guy will start revving. So the whole idea with this place is just an automotive community hub for everyone to come over and, you know, enjoy cars. And it gives me the opportunity to actually build my cars in this section. Now upstairs was where I was just now. So these 2 floors will actually be open to everyone, and this will be where everyone can gather. They can have an indoor section, they can have an outdoor section. This table, everything here will be removed because I haven't officially started doing a lot of stuff yet. So all this will be moved out. I'll most likely have a racing simulator over here, a bunch of other stuff. But you guys have to let me know as well what you guys want in this place, and then I'll move forward with doing so and so. And this is the view. So all of you guys who will be chilling in this area, you'll essentially get to see all the nice cars that are parked over here. And if I'm working on cars and stuff, you will basically have an overview of what I'm doing in that section. This section, however, will not be open to public all the time. It will be on event basis only, because if I'm working on cars and stuff, it's risky to have a bunch of people in the area. Now I know you guys are probably wondering, is that mine? Is that mine? Is that mine? Is that mine? No, they aren't. But, however, I'm not sure if you guys know the car dealership called GVE, but they will be my channel sponsors for this year and moving forward after this. So essentially some of their personal cars will be used for content creation, exhaust systems, you know, small modifications. I won't do a full build on as such like what I did to the M4, but they will be, you know, exhaust, the standard stuff. So at least we get to have supercars on the channel after this. Huge thanks to them for giving me the opportunity to be able to do that. And you know, at least content will be very variable after this. So now coming back to the downstairs section of this place, like I said, these will be the cars. My cars will be parked here. Now the outer section, I think if I calculate it right, I can fit about 12 cars here, 12 cars there. I'm gonna have this space open for people to drive in and out, because over here, now just ignore all the mess for now. So I'll be having my bodyworks, my detailing, and my car wash. So essentially, you guys come here, I'll do everything for you guys, I'll treat your cars well, and I just wanted to make everything convenient for everyone, because you come to a place, everything's sorted for you guys. I won't be doing servicing for now at least. It will just be, you know, cosmetics and stuff. I will be offering one service which will be something unique, because I feel like a lot of people have asked me about this, but I haven't actually had an answer to them because I never had a space. So I will be having one service which is crafted by 9, which is where you guys send your cars over to me. I will build it for you, give you a story to your car like how I've done with all the cars. So that will just be my little touch on how I give back to you guys as well. Now this section here will also be for, let's say if we have, you know, football matches, stuff like that. This section will be my projector screen. If a lot of you decide to come over, this whole section will be where we can all sit down, watch football matches, everything. Now the ideas that I have now are the ideas I came up with. So if you guys have suggestions, leave them in the comments and let me know what you guys want in terms of facilities, you know, services, because end of the day it's giving you guys what you want. It's not just about me, it's giving you guys what you want. So this is a big step for me, and which is why I said I'm going broke. It's not cheap because I'm taking the whole place over here, but it gives me the opportunity to actually venture into a lot more stuff. I am allowed to drift there, by the way, so you can expect that kind of content coming soon. Also, small thing I'd like to point out, I just bought this camera, so I'm not very familiar with the movements of the camera, and I do know that, you see, I do know that the lens is very stuck to my face, so I will be getting a wide angle. It's just that I didn't have the time to do so, so we're stuck with this lens for now. I do know that I need a wide angle because this is, you know, it's too much. Even looking at myself is too much. So I will be getting that. Let me know if you guys suggest any lenses, because I used to have the Canon, I used to have photography lenses, but I'm very new to video editing, so to videography. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think and leave that in the comments as well. Once again, I would like to give a massive shout out to GVE who have sponsored me throughout this whole program that I'm doing. They are one of the channel sponsors, and without them I wouldn't be having these cars to be, you know, making content on. Cars here are expensive, and for me to start buying a bunch of cars like this, it's going to cost me a lot. I hope that as we proceed with everything, it does turn out this way with all my personal cars as well. But end of the day, it also depends on, you know, our taxes here are insane, so small possibility that I might buy cars overseas as well, because I don't, long term, in all honesty, I don't think buying a bunch of these cars here are very sustainable for automotive content. Now I know I've been saying I'm going to start YouTube full time for the past 2 years, but the main issue with that was I never had a space to work on my cars. Every time I send my cars to the workshop, it's very hard to film there because I'm not actually hands-on with the cars. Overseas, they do that kind of stuff, so at least now I can rest assured I'll try my best to give you guys a video every week, and if even better, a video every couple of days. Let me know what content you guys want to see though, because I don't want to copy content, so I would rather have, you know, something more original, which takes time to actually think about, which is what might delay some videos. So let me know what you guys want to see as well, and then we can plan forward from that. This place will start opening on the 1st of February. I'll start soft launching everything. I think grand opening will be in March, because I still have a lot of decorations I need to get. And today is what, the 20, what is the date today? Yeah, today is the 25th of January. So I'll basically be moving in on the 1st of Feb, which is in a couple of days. And I need to buy a bunch of decorations. Costly again, going broke. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll announce when this will be open to public. On the 1st of February, essentially it will be, but it won't be up to the scale that I want it to be because of all the decoration, process flow, you know, starting a business. So I would suggest come over first, but don't have very high expectations because I think everything will only be sorted out in March. But yeah, I'll post online when you guys can come over. Now, as I mentioned earlier, my plans with this is actually to showcase to the world that Malaysia has a really nice car culture, but there's an underlying reason as to why that's one of my goals. So now a lot of you guys know and have wondered why Patrick's Medical. That's my parents' business. They own a clinic in Arda Mansara. Now, what you guys don't know, or at least I haven't announced, is that when my dad was my age, he represented Malaysia with squash. And the thing is, when he was doing that, there was no social media, there was just newspaper articles. So I believe he has 100 over newspaper articles, which a lot of people don't know that he represented the country to that scale. I will be having a wall here for you guys to actually read up about it, but when he was my age, he carried the Malaysian flag, you know, at the international level. So that was something which always inspired me, and I've always wanted to do the same. At least now with my platform that I have, I'm allowed to have that opportunity to actually do that, which is why a lot of you guys know I will never remove this flag, because this car was the car that started it all. And when I first started, I was a Malaysian going international for automotive content. So that flag was there and will always be there, because this, like it or not, even if a Bugatti hypercar, anything comes on the channel, this will always be what started it all. This car will never be sold, and it will always be mine. Same with this, the E46, and same with the R34. Now, these cars might not have a lot of meaning to them in terms of contribution towards the channel, but as a child, I believe when Paul Walker died, I was only 13 years old, and when I was watching Fast and Furious movies when I was a kid, I always wanted to meet the Fast and Furious cast. When I was 13, I came home, opened up the iPad, I saw that he passed away. It was a dream that was broken for me, because see, even though I have the opportunity to even meet certain people now, or I can pay, I can do this, I will never get that opportunity to meet him. So this car is a car that means a lot to me, at least to my childhood self, which is why when I built this car, I named it G-Spec PW. Guru Collector, which was my former username. So it's Guru Collector Spec Paul Walker. This car was bought on his 10th year death anniversary. So it was a car that, and I still haven't completed it, but the plan with this car was to be showcasing how I would have built an R34 for those days, for Paul Walker to actually use in the movie. I didn't want to build a one-to-one replica, because there are other people who've done it, and as you guys know, with the M4, I've always wanted to express my creativity towards, you know, designing cars, building them. This car, however, if I had the opportunity, I would, you know, tweak certain stuff the way I wanted it to be, but I know all of you guys want a one-to-one replica, so we'll get that sorted for you guys. I know that I think some of you guys have seen BMW in Germany. They send me the measurements for the front, the back, all the measurements for the body kits. So I already contacted Jay White. I told him that once the engine is done, I'll send it over, and we'll get the body kit done one-to-one. Rims will get done, brakes will get done, V8 engine will go in. You know, this car will just be a one-to-one replica of the actual car. There are some hiccups here and there, because prior to BMW actually building a proper unit, I didn't have much to refer to. So it was a lot of game photos, a lot of distorted photos. So this car, I will get it sorted, just bear with me, because now that I have this place, I'll do the engine swap. It will be slightly slower, but at least I'll document everything through you guys. You guys will see how I learn how to build cars. You guys will see the mistakes I made, you know, the different modifications I do, my own style of customizing if there's a problem. So it will give you guys a lot more different content, and I feel like, at least for me, that's something that I would like to watch. Now, you guys have probably been wondering, what the hell is he posting online? The grid, 9 labs, 9 fueled. What the hell is 9? Number one. Number two, I'm posting stuff without actually telling you guys what it is. So this place will be called The Grid, and 9 labs will be my detailing place, my wrapping, PPF, and car wash. 9 fueled will be my coffee shop, which will start that side, and that will be, you know, get fueled by coffee essentially. I mean, duh. So yeah, that's the overview of this place. Now, you guys are wondering why 9. Now, let me see. Okay, let me show you guys here. So you guys know that number 9 is my number. I'm born on November 9th. Now, 9 actually came from my name as well, N-I-N-E. So I felt like it's a nice little touch. I didn't come up with it. Our friends over at Cargasm came up with it. Wing specifically came up with it. So it was something which I was like, oh shit, that's something I can use, because it's my name, it's my birth number, it's a number that has always meant stuff to me. Everything of mine is 9. So yeah, that is why the number 9. Everything, all my businesses after this will have the number 9 in it, to just showcase that and, you know, outline that I'm the one actually running it. All the businesses here are mine, and you know, I also have to learn how to do certain stuff with them. But it's a learning curve. I'm not perfect, but number 9 also, the tagline was supposed to be, I'm not perfect, but I'm 99% there. So I'll give you guys also a full guide. Like I'll document the process of actually starting businesses, and you know, with Got Played as well, we recorded how we started it. Once that company is up and going with the t-shirts, you know, this one, we will be releasing a video of how we went and found suppliers, found this, found everything. So at least you guys can see the behind the scenes of what it's like to start a brand. Because for me at least, it was very hard for me to actually figure out how to start a clothing brand. Because if you ask me how to build a car, how to design a car, I can do that. But if you ask me how to start a clothing company, I'm like, what the hell? But we learned the process, we went through it. So the same thing will be happening for the cafe and the detailing shop. It will be stuff which will be a learning curve, but I'll document it along the way, and at least you guys get to see different aspects of starting different businesses. Yeah, I'm not going to answer what I do for a living, because essentially I always say social media, but for me it's something which I feel like it's a question which a lot of you guys actually misread, because instead of actually looking at it as, you know, he does this for a living, that's how he got successful, you guys tend to be like, okay, he's a doctor, means doctor makes money, and a doctor will be able to get me the lifestyle I want. But I completely disagree with that, because you see, everyone knows lawyer makes money, but that was that time, you know, back in the days. If you ask them now, there's too many people who actually have law degrees, too many people who have medical degrees. So my argument to that is, yes, it's good to have a degree, it's good to have something which, you know, it's a good safety net for you, but I believe in doing what you love and love what you do, because if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. End of the day, everything that I'm doing here with the cars, social media, they're all stuff which I love doing, and because I had a platform that was built 5 years ago, all of it allows me to do what I actually love doing. So I'm very thankful for that. Once again, I'm very thankful to you guys for supporting for the past 5 years. We've come a long way with all the cars. I believe now there's 7 official cars on the channel. 8, sorry, there's 8 official cars on the channel. Yeah, so there will be a lot more cars to come from this point forward, but for now I will focus on building these 2 cars especially, because this is more or less almost done. I will work on the interior, but the rest of the M4 is completed. This car has a lot of work, so you can see a lot of content for this car, the A45, the 718, the Z4. I'll modify all those cars first before I start buying new cars, because I'm a bit backdated with the projects that I have. So I would like to start completing them and then buying cars after that, and at least I get to have content which is consistent. I don't want to start getting too many cars and then content starts, you know, getting too variable. So yeah, but from this point forward I will shorten the TikToks, the Instagram videos that I do, because I will be focusing on YouTube after this. So TikTok, Instagram, I'll still post, but I won't be doing the videos I used to do, because I feel like they're just too plain and boring. They're not stuff which actually resonate with what I plan to do after this. But it will be YouTube from this point forward. You guys can expect videos every week. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.